Good morning and welcome to the morning show on this Friday.
Woo woo.
I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the
fabulous Arizona Center.
We sure are.
We are indeed on this Friday.
I'm excited it's Friday.
Yeah.
I need a Friday.
So yeah, no, I mean, it's like I'm like, didn't get as much done this week as I should have, so I have a feeling.
Welcome to my life,
I'm
Marshall.
going to make up for that on the weekend.
That is my constant feeling. I'm like laying in bed at night and I'm like, I didn't do this and I didn't do this and I didn't do this.
Right, but if I'm like, well, I stay up and do that, then.
No, I just stay up thinking about it. I don't actually get
do
up
anything.
and do it.
Why shouldn't you think about sleeping then?
That is the uselessness of anxiety.
Oh my gosh, I should put sleep on my list of things to do.
Shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Maybe if I put it in my planner.
Exactly.
No.
So that way there's a set time.
Actually, sleep is super important to me. I'm a Taurus, so I love my sleep.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
And so.
I'm a good sleeper.
I also know something else you love.
What? I don't.
Aw, man.
Okay, I'll pretend to. Yay, I'm so excited for my favorite thing.
Rip it off. Yay! All right, so our word of the day for Friday, May 2nd of 2025 is scissor.
Scissor.
An action or process of cutting, dividing, or splitting. The state of being cut or divided or split.
Yesterday's word and today's word are very derivative, right? I mean scissors.
Exactly. So I'm like, they seem to go in these waves.
Yeah.
And so.
We're still not a fan of your picker for this calendar, but whatever. Scissor.
I know. I'm wondering, it's like, have they been doing it for so many years trying not to repeat words?
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's try not to enter, what is it? Is it a noun? It's a noun. Okay. We don't want to have a scissor between the two of us.
Well, we don't, so there you go.
It's like, how do I use this? I don't know how to use this word.
Right. So.
I do know how to do this, though. We're going to take a break and come back with our very first guest for you.
And happy Friday! Oh,
ooh, a little crack in there.
I know. I'm Marshall Shore, and we want to welcome you to the morning show.
And I'm Melissa Farley here at the fabulous Arizona Center.
And I sound like
puberty.
Well, there was the Brady Bunch. It's like when Peter.
I remember that episode.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Where his voice is cracking.
You just had a really long week.
I had a really long week and talking a lot, so there you go.
There you go. But we are going to keep talking. You're going to power through.
Indeed. Oh, of course, because that's the only option. Because we got great guests.
We do have great guests. We do. We've got Brittany and Chantel here from Olympic Hair Designs in Tempe. Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
So tell us a little bit about is it a salon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your salon.
Well, I'll let Chantel give the background on her end, and then we can go into me.
Okay.
Well, at least I have been at that location since '90.
Wow.
Been working in downtown Tempe for 47 years.
Oh my
in
gosh.
a 1 mile radius.
Congratulations. That's really cool.
Yeah, it works. I started off on Mill Avenue and then eminent domain, which is a whole nother episode. Had to move over to Hardy.
Yeah.
And we could spend an entire show talking about just that change of Mill, but let's go on to half your topics.
Mill Avenue area
A couple
changes
shows.
a lot.
Yes, exactly.
I wanted to retire out of that little shop. Loved it. Just because unisex became popular in '78. That's when I started in '78. So we wanted more college kids to come in, but of course, not that many did. It was mostly blue-collar workers, people who lived in the neighborhood.
Okay.
Then I moved over to Hardy, next to a popular Mexican restaurant, and I thought we'd feed off each other.
Yeah.
Some of my clients would go over there and eat, and actually the wait staff and bartenders came and got their hair done.
Oh, nice.
But I'm not sure how many of their diners did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I moved again in '90 to the shop we're in now.
Okay.
And it's a little corner 3-station salon. We do, it's not that full service where we do nails, but color, perm, cuts,
Yeah.
lots of styling.
Okay. Yeah. And I see Brittany rocking some awesome
Yeah.
fashion color
Yeah,
here.
I bring the fun and the life. I bring the life to the salon.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Yeah. So how long have you two been working together?
I've been with Chantel for 13 years, but I've been
Okay.
doing hair for 27 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you both just must love hair. Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it that you love about doing hair?
I like building trust with the people, especially folks that have had, which we all have had a bad experience in a salon at some point, whether miscommunication or just not an applicable thing. So I really like to rebuild the trust that, like, there's good stylists out there that
Yeah.
aren't going to break your bank and are affordable and trustworthy and not going to wreck your hair.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, especially like I do lots of color correction.
Okay.
I absolutely love doing color correction. It keeps my brain going. It's a challenge.
Okay, so for
Yeah.
us non-industry folk, when you say color correction, is that like people who tried dyeing their own hair and it didn't turn out so good? Or
Yeah.
okay.
Or they've gone to a beauty school and something wasn't quite right, or, you know, like it can be a whole series of things.
Yeah.
The industry is constantly changing and the verbiage is constantly changing, and that's why I could be at a more fashion forward upscale salon, but I choose to be more in the blue collar, like Chantel said. Like I like to say that we're working Joe for the working Joe.
I love that.
So we are in a neighborhood. We do everything, I like to say, from young to old, from mild to wild.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
That's a good tagline, from
Yeah.
mild to wild.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that.
I've had it on my business cards for a while, and then I took it off. I was like, okay, maybe it's a little cheesy, but
No, marketing is all about cheesy,
Yeah, I was
so
gonna
it
say,
works.
right,
yeah.
exactly. It's like, oh, it can't be cheesy enough.
I know.
yeah, we found that there's a lot of people that if they're not super satisfied with their hair, they'll just leave the salon and just not come back. And I think as hairdressers, we need that input.
Yeah.
And there's always tactful ways on both parties to,
Yeah.
you know. So when I end a service, I always tell my people, whether they're first time, whether they're just visiting, whether they've been there with me for 25 years, questions, comments, concerns, my phone is always on. Send a text, send a picture,
What is a tactful
something.
way to say? Because like I'm one of those people that's probably what I would do. Like I'd be like, oh, I love it. Then I'd go in my car and I'd cry and I never go back. You know. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what's a nice way to have that conversation?
I always, like, with my people, it's usually like, you know, something's not sitting right. And I tell people too, if you get home and you start styling the way you style it, putting in your products, you know your hair.
Yeah.
You know how it's going to sit. I don't know how your hair is going to sit. I don't know how you style it at home.
Yeah.
So if you find something that's just sitting kind of wonky, whether it be a styling issue or whether like there's a piece kind of hidden that needs to be clipped, or, you know, or you find like maybe a foil had slipped and you got a little zebra line.
Yeah.
Like, you just, you know, it's just honesty, not coming at us like we're people too. We're human. We have emotions.
What? You
yes,
do?
absolutely. We have burnout.
Yeah.
Just as much as anybody else. So it's just all in like, hey, like, can I come in? Can you take a look at my hair again? I don't think something's sitting right.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's
Yeah.
not, you know, we're not there. I know that there are places that people feel that there's attitude given back to them. And we're not like that. Like,
I think sometimes for me, it's like, because normally when I do go to a salon, it's like major overhaul. Like my hair used to be bright pink, for example, you know, and so a lot of times I'm spending hours, sometimes multiple
Right.
sits with somebody, and then to
Right.
go back and be like, I don't like just,
yeah.
oh, that seems like for you that would be heartbreaking, you know.
Sometimes it is, because sometimes I know that the work is good, whether it's from Chantel, whether it's from me, whether it's from our other coworker Janine. The work is good, and the reality of it is you might love it. You might give us a great tip, a hug. You might shed tears. You leave. It takes one person to say something to stick into your head.
That's true.
example, I had a lady, how the gray thing is in.
Yeah.
So she was already super bleached, and so I was like, okay, yeah, we can make this work. So did all the things I needed to do with her, toned her out, made her the really silvery gray color. She went home, and her 8-year-old told her she looked like a grandma.
Oh.
And she's like, yeah, you're really nice, but I'm never coming back.
Oh.
Because you listened to your 8-year-old.
Yeah.
So that's hard.
And 8-year-olds can be sassy
Oh,
too.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
So-
I think that's such an interesting thing about the trend. It's like, there's this trend of gray hair.
Yeah.
Some of us just get it naturally as it grows in. And it's so funny to see some of these folks like, oh, I want gray hair. And it's like, wow, but it's also aging.
Yeah. My daughter's 19 and a half, and she sports a silver mullet right now.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
The mullet is like back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I fought her on it for years. I'm like, I'm not cutting your hair into a mullet. And she's like, come on. I'm like, you're native. You have thick, luxurious hair. Like, why do you want to do a mullet? But she rocks it. She broke me, and I gave in, and she rocks it.
We had another salon owner on a couple weeks ago, and she had on like a wig, but she was like, yeah, underneath I've got a mullet. And I was like, you do? Like, it just surprised me. Yeah. But
So do you both have specialties of what you like to do? Because obviously color is a thing that you like to do.
Yeah.
And then, Chantel, do you have a specialty of like kind of a...
Just haircuts, probably.
Okay.
Perms.
Okay.
yeah.
I have 2 perms coming in on Tuesday. Just did one Saturday on a guy.
A guy, really?
A guy,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
We get lots of guys.
Yeah,
I'm
a lot of
allergic.
men get perms.
I've developed occupational disease to perm solutions and neutralizers, so I don't really do them super too often. But if it's a chance to poke fun at a junior high boy, then I will. Because my clients will bring in their sons that are between the ages of junior high and high school, and that's the big thing, the bowl cut with the perm.
The perm.
Yeah.
So I'm learning so much because like I have a membership to another kind of salon where I do like red light therapy and sauna, but they also have like tanning booths and stuff there. I cannot believe how many young men come in and use the tanning booths. Like I never thought.
I'm just
about
amazed
it.
that the bowl cut is coming back.
Yeah.
The
There's
bowl cuts
the
and
mullet was
mullets?
such a moment.
You're right, I
And then the
finally
bowl
went right
cut,
past
I'm
it.
like...
During Breaking Me, the Peter Brady comment, I did a haircut on a lady with the curl.
Oh,
No, you did
with
not.
the
Yes, I
flip.
did.
Brady.
Modified wedge with that little, they're calling it a jellyfish now. When this part is longer,
jellyfish.
yeah, it's hideous. But to each its own. And that's the next haircut my daughter's going for.
Interesting.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, tell us about where people can come find the salon and book with you. Do they have to book like a year out?
No. We're pretty good. There's only 3 of us, and one, she just does her own thing. So essentially 2 of us.
Yeah, Janine does shampoo sets, all grandmas with walkers.
Literally mild to wild and young to
and a
old.
driver,
Love it.
because they can't drive, so they have
Yeah.
to have somebody bring them. And
Sweet ladies.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we're
very.
at 743 West University in Tempe.
Okay.
We're on a residential street. We're on University in the corner of McCamey, right by Apple Graphics, and Rosita's is across the street, Chiba Hut,
Yep.
Starbucks. Super easy to get to because we're by all the freeway systems.
Nice.
So I do have a lot of people that come from like Tolleson and Gilbert. And
Yeah.
I don't see them very often, but they come, so that's a blessing. But yeah, like hopefully someday, like me and Chantel will become partners, or I'll even take over for her when she retires. Because that was always a dream that my dad was a colorist, so very young age he had me in the shop gearing me up for this.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow, so you grew up around
Yeah.
color. So you grew up with color.
Absolutely. By the time I was 13, he already had me formulating his colors at his salon. And so he started off, he came home from Vietnam and couldn't get a job. People were like, oh, you're one of them. And so this lady who kind of stepped in and was a mother figure to him, she's like, hey, I own a beauty school. So she let him go to beauty school for free, and it turned out he had a knack, and moved to Yellowstone, Montana, opened a salon, had me, and I was literally there from toddler all the way up to sassy I don't want to be here teenage years.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, you know, in like 13, so he'd give me his color formulas, tell me go mix this color, and I'd be back there going, this doesn't make any sense. This makes more sense. So I'd alter his color formulas.
Did that go well?
Yeah.
Oh,
it did.
okay. Well, there you go.
I never messed up his clients, thank God, because he was a scary dude. He could be really scary.
Learned under fire.
Yeah, but he was a salon owner, an educator, platform artist. He did the whole thing. So growing up, when we left Montana and came to Lake Havasu, Arizona,
Okay.
I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to beauty school. Luckily, there was one there in town, Charles Vidley. And my dad was like, don't tell him I'm your dad. Our last name is Putris. There's 4 of us.
Yeah.
He's going to know.
Yeah.
But, Lake Havasu is a small enough town that it's like...
Yeah, especially back in the 90s.
No secrets here, Dad.
Yeah, so when Charles figured out who I was, it was just praise raining down on me about how talented my dad is, and I don't have to worry about you. And Charles Bartolomeo, he's another great individual that I got to, grow up under, and they're both gone now. But so I feel like I have to rein it in and do them both proud. And
well, I think you are, and I love hearing that story and the history of all the places you've worked in Tempe and had your roots there. That's so cool. Yeah. Go ahead and tell folks if you've got an Instagram or a website.
I do. I'm the only one that does that kind of stuff, and I'm not super good at it. But my Instagram is My World Is Colored, and then TikTok, through the assistance of my clients, they insisted, is also My World Is Colored at Olympic Hair Designs.
Awesome. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank
and
you for
talking
having
about your
us.
love of hair. Yeah. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this with another guest.
And welcome back to the morning show on this Friday. It is Marshall Shore here with
Melissa Farley, and we're here at the
fabulous Arizona Center.
Oh, you got the wiggles.
Oh, because we got all kinds of sparkly things, I mean.
We do have sparkly things. We also have a sparkly person here with us. We've got Shauna from Jonathan and Max. Hi, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your boutique.
So we are a little lifestyle boutique in Uptown Phoenix. We are on 7th Street, just north of Camelback, south of Missouri. Okay. And you'll see a little black and white awning above our door. I share this space with my husband, Ben McRae, who's an architect, and he owns his own firm, his own architecture studio. So it's Benjamin Studio and Jonathan and Max in one space. So when you come into my boutique, then you can go into his architecture firm if you're there to see him. And everything in our store is, for men, women, children, home, gifts. So it's like a representation of kind of what we're up to. It's just a bunch of stuff that we like. And I brought some of it here today. I'm fortunate that I get to air with you guys, just before Mother's Day. So we kind of brought some stuff geared towards that. But, this is not like a full representation of what we have, because again, we're gearing it towards Mother's Day, but you'll find everything: art, home decor, children, men, stuff. So
you were like, she had the Mary Poppins bag where it was just like more and more stuff kept coming out of it. So let's talk a little bit about the sampling that you brought in for Mother's Day. What are some hot gifts you're thinking this year?
Well, these are hot because these are, the Cool Moms Club socks. Everybody needs those.
Okay. What does it say?
Cool Moms. And it's like the vintage
Cool
look.
Moms Club.
These are the vintage tube socks.
Yeah,
we got them in hot pink and the blue and red, but they're just darling. Cool. And then we have, Mom might need a drink, might not, we don't know, but these can easily mix with your favorite libation, or you can just have it with water, but they're pre-packed and ready to go. We have the margarita and the Paloma and lavender lemonade and espresso.
Funny. I saw the lavender and I thought they were like little bath salt packets, but no, you drink this one.
You do.
Okay.
I went with my daughter to New York to go to market to pick out things, and this particular vendor had all of their samples out, and these were my 4 favorite.
Oh,
okay, which one? Espresso martini or spicy jalapeno marg? Which one would you go with?
I would do the espresso martini.
I had a feeling. Okay.
Kinda, yeah.
You can hold that one. Okay, what else we got?
We have these darling bags. So they're all hand beaded clutches. I mean, who doesn't
They're
like a really
beautiful.
artistic clutch? This is gorgeous. Has the peacocks
That is
on
gorgeous.
it.
You know, it's interesting. They're not as heavy as I thought they would be either for
Well,
being beaded.
And they're just so beautiful. You can wear
They
them all the
are.
time, casual or out. And this company that I've been purchasing them from will also put your initials on them.
Oh, how
So you can
cool.
customize your bag. It could be across the whole thing or across the whole back, but this
That's
particular
really
order
neat.
has these initials. It's in the bag because this is actually somebody's order, but I did bring it today as an example.
cool is that?
Yeah, they're just precious, and you can order any bag you like or buy the ones that we have available at the store.
And that would be a special gift, like to get someone this beautiful
Oh,
bag with
yeah.
their initials on it.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep. What else do we have here?
Hint, Pat,
I
hint,
know.
Pat.
Patrick.
You have to hold it out like you just caught the fish, and then you zoom in. Zoom in on
Zoom
this
in, Brandon. Zoom in. Sorry.
darling clutch.
There it is. There it is.
Jonathan and Max, Brandon. 7th Street and Coulter. That's where you can find that clutch. We have amazing products. I mean,
Yeah.
all my products, I'm very intentional and conscious about the products I buy. But this is a bubble bath. I mean, who doesn't need a nice, gorgeous bubble bath? And then I have these. I don't know. Have you guys ever talked on your show about the tallow craze? It's nothing new. It probably started like with our great grandparents, but people are putting tallow on their skin.
No, tell me more.
Well, I wish I knew more. I
love your honesty.
I just know that it's basically, you might want to look it up. Tallow, Tallow. I won't explain it here on the show, but it's the new thing, and then you put it on your skin, and your skin is gorgeous. So a lot of people are putting that in their products, and this is one, a tallow and tansy face balm. It is quite lovely when you use the product. I heard about it from some of my friends whose moms had told them about it, and then I was like, oh, this new thing, but it's actually not a new thing. Apparently,
I would
it's
say-
been going on forever, and it's kind of circled its way back.
Right. Because
So-
I mean, it's fashion basically, and
Yeah.
beauty is just a big cycle.
Exactly.
I mean, we're
So-
just talking about mullets.
Oh, yeah, I heard
and-
that.
No.
And the flip and everything else is all coming back. So.
Both of my boys had mullets.
Is that your boys' names?
So
for the
Jonathan
store?
and Max is named after my brothers.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan and Max. My husband and I have a blended family, and so we have an 18-year-old Blue, and we have a 15-year-old Beckett, and they both rocked mullets for a long time. Then we have a 15-month-old daughter, Malone.
Aw,
Yeah, so
great names.
got a
I
little
love
girl.
all those
Yeah.
names. Yeah.
Well, I can't take credit for the first two because they were gift with package from his first marriage.
Yeah.
I love them like they're mine, and they're just darling. But I can take credit for Malone's name because I named her.
Nice job. Well done.
Thank
well
you.
done.
This is phenomenal. This is another cool thing that a lot of people have been doing. It's a moisture bar. So you hold the lotion bar, and when it's heat activated.
Oh.
Yeah, and so it's all the good product without the plastic, and they
I'm
come.
learning so much from her today. I love
They
it.
come wrapped in these gorgeous, almost like cheesecloth, so it protects it.
Okay.
So you basically just put it on your warm skin, and you put it on your hands, and we have little mini bars for people to try, and then you can come back and get the bigger bars.
so cool.
That's what that is.
Okay.
This is lip gloss,
I'm always a lip
and
gloss
it's
fan.
really good product. It's kind of like this color that looks good on everybody. So I only carry that one color in the store. It's my favorite lip gloss. When I started my store, I called the owner and I asked her if I could have a trade account with her so that I could start selling her products. So all these products are products I love and use myself.
And these are really cool too. Like I'm looking at the ingredients as she hands me these, like castor bean oil, olive oil, coconut oil, beeswax. Like they're all really good
they're really-
quality ingredients. Yeah. so that's
ingredients.
cool.
So yeah, these are some of the products that I have for moms. I mean, but then as you can see, I brought a lot of other things besides just products. We got foot lotions and all the things. But I mean, for example, this guitar strap wine bottle bag
That's
might,
a wine bottle
might be a
bag?
necessity. You can put your phone and wallet in there, but
Marshall, how do you not have one of those?
yeah, Marshall.
Well, because it's the moment I saw it, I was like, well, that's meant for a bottle of booze, so that way it
Oh,
keeps,
you knew.
it keeps
You
it
were
at
on,
10.
right on it. Yeah.
So you can put your chilled bottle of vodka in here and just
Well, there you
take it on a little
go.
picnic with you,
Yeah.
This
and
will carry
add
the
your
picnic.
little
That's
espresso
the Mary
martini.
Poppins bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this will carry the picnic.
This had all of
These
this
things in here. We sell these at my
here.
store. These are gorgeous canvas lined bags that we have, like every print. They're hand block
is pretty.
printed on organic cotton. They came from India. Actually a nonprofit organization that sells these to help do betterment of, so I mean, I started an account with them too.
Yeah.
They're my only nonprofit I started with, let me be honest. The other ones are
Okay.
just regular capitalists, but
How
that's
do you
fine.
how do you find your regular capitalists? Like, how do you find?
You
your
know, when you
regular
own a boutique, you can go to market. They have market in Atlanta, Vegas, Dallas, Los
Yeah.
Angeles, New York, and you can meet people that have created amazing products and learn about what they have and then decide if you're going to start an account with them or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was this always something in your background, or is this kind of new for you?
Well, actually, no, this is not new to me. I had another boutique in Old Town Scottsdale. I started at the end of 2009, and it was there till 2015, and it was called Jam.
Okay.
Which was also named after my brothers, Jonathan and Max. And this time I just spelled out their names
Yeah.
because Jonathan and Max Jam.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was in the oldest residence in the city of Scottsdale. We created a lot of love of place there. We got a lot of recognition. I had a lot of fun with it. However, everything in that store was handmade, homemade, reused, and repurposed. Very rustic couture, super cool. Now, fast forward, my husband with the architecture studio, he wanted a space closer to our home. And this spot came available, and it was just a little bigger than we needed. So I decided to open my store in there.
Okay.
We had been looking at buildings to purchase actually really close by. We just weren't pulling the trigger on a few of them because of different reasons. And he had kind of already gotten his hopes up that we were going to get his office moved a little bit closer. So we just went with this space, which has been great for us. We have great neighbors. We're 5 minutes from our house. And that's why it's a little lifestyle boutique. My husband's there, I'm there. My daughter comes. She spends a lot of her time there with us. We just want to be together. You know, we kind of wanted to, you know, beat our own drum and kind of recreate the system. You know, when you go to work every day, you're apart from your family. We're older parents, and we know what's up. We don't want to be apart from our family right now.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
trying to
you've
create
been
something
showing
different.
us these things, but you also have things like draped on either side of you.
Oh yeah.
What do
Again,
we
back
have
to the
there?
moms. This is a caftan. It's really beautiful. Cinches in the middle. You can wear it over your swimmer, you know, or you can put it with a tank top and jeans. It's really darling. This is a cozy romper, for example. These are just some things you might find at my store. I'm not competing with any of the Nordstroms
soft.
in the world,
That's
but
really soft.
you know, if I like it, I'm buying it, and you might find it there. This linen suit, for example, I sell at my store, the one I'm wearing. Also, this little silky romper. Again, you can lounge in it or dress it up with some heels. I feel like, you know, it's kind of one of those go-to items that you never know you need it until you have it, and then you wear it all the time.
Yep. Yeah, I know that. So are you able to, I shouldn't say you, are folks able to shop online, or is it in the store only?
Right now we are brick and mortar only.
Okay.
However, you know, today's sales systems are super fancy.
Yeah.
So with a switch of like a toggle, it can automatically all be online. So we just opened up about a month ago, and I have everything pretty on point. So probably after summer,
Okay.
I'll switch the toggle and everybody can shop online. But right now I'm just getting used to having my systems in place and figuring out the store and what's going
That's
on.
important. Good for you. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you share with folks again where they can find you and if they can follow you on Instagram or online or anywhere else?
That's kind.
Yeah.
Thank you. So our handle on Instagram is Jonathan and Max, JONATHAN, AND spelled out, Max, MAX. And we also have a Facebook page. Also, our website is Jonathan and Max. And again, we're on 7th Street in Uptown Phoenix, just north of Camelback, south of Missouri, on the northwest corner of 7th Street in Coulter.
Beautiful. Well, everything here is just so beautiful, soft, high quality. I can't say enough about how gorgeous these things are. So we hope that you'll check out the boutique. And Shauna is just also equally lovely and has great energy. So come on down, give them your support and a little love. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this with some things to do, history, and celebrations.
Thanks, you guys.
Welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center. So, history. Let's do some.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so imagine it's 1878.
I'm imagining.
Arizona's not even a state yet. But you know what does happen? The Globe Arizona Silver Belt newspaper comes out for the first time.
Okay.
It just happens to coincide with the same time as Globe is incorporated. So the little town of Globe burst onto the scene with its own newspaper.
Well, that's a big deal to
Yeah.
have your first newspaper come out. You're legit then when you got a paper.
Indeed, and there you go.
Okay.
So now let's talk about some celebrations.
Ooh. What we got? Hit me.
All right, so May 2nd is famous if you are a
Named
huge...
Melissa. No?
Well, that could be, I don't know, but
Okay, wait. What do you got?
if you read Harry Potter, because May 2nd was the Battle of Hogwarts.
Oh, okay.
And so today is the celebration of that. So for all those fans of the Harry Potter books, you know, this really was, I mean, basically this is where the battle ended with Harry defeating Voldemort.
Is this like a thing where there's reenactment groups that will go and
I wouldn't be
and do
shocked
this?
if it
I
gets
wouldn't
to that
either.
point. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, I thought it was just so funny that it's like, you know, it's like, there you go. You could have a whole day dedicated to one of the battles.
You could.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool for my birthday. One of my good friends, Melissa, got me. It's a little onyx, black onyx. I thought it was a witch's hat at first, but it's the sorting hat from Harry Potter, and it's really cool. It's like beautifully done. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, and as a librarian, I love all those books that got so many people reading.
Yeah, I bet.
And so,
Yeah.
love that they're around and still being celebrated. All right. So our next day coming up is Space Day.
Ooh, Space
So
Day.
it is celebrating and inspiring folks to look at interest and exploration of state, those STEM careers, science, technology, and the wonders of the universe, which Arizona has played a huge part in.
We have.
Whether
yeah.
it's all the observatories across the state, the fact that Lowell has discovered Pluto,
Yep.
so many other things around. So Mount Graham on Flag, I mean, Meteor Crater,
Yeah.
the list just goes on and on and on.
Yeah, and didn't you say the Arizona Science Center is just now redoing their...
Yeah, they're redoing
yeah.
that theater. That's going to be amazing. So yeah, I mean, lots of cool stuff. The first living creature sent into orbit around the Earth was a dog.
Oh,
Back in the Soviet Union, back in the late 50s,
why?
because they didn't have anyone else to
Who
send
fed the
up.
dog? Was he only up there?
Who let the dogs out? Is that your question?
Oh God, I have so many questions that I don't feel like are going to end well. Don't like that.
But
Okay.
the first person to walk on the moon was Neil Armstrong.
That is correct.
And so that was back in 1969. All right. And now our next date is talking about the tuba.
What
It's
about
tu-
the tuba?
It's tuba day.
It's tuba day.
It's tuba
Well,
day.
bust out your
You know,
tubas,
I mean, that
everybody.
unsung heroes of the orchestra.
I always thought those were French horns, the unsung heroes of the, the orchestra.
Well, you know, I mean, it's so funny. Years ago, I went to go visit an uncle in Texas for the holidays, and there was Tuba Christmas.
Oh wow!
There were
okay.
like 50-some tubas playing Christmas carols.
That's fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I bet that would be fun.
So, you know, so break out your tuba.
I did not play the tuba. I can break out a trumpet. I can't help you with the tuba.
Isn't the same? It's like the same mechanism.
Kinda.
It's
yeah. I remember. Oh, my lips like got that
yeah,
feeling
exactly,
as soon
that
as
tight
you
lip
did it.
thing,
Yeah.
and then so.
Yeah.
I'm sure that if you can play the trumpet, you can probably play the tuba.
Probably.
Although it might be bigger than you.
But I don't have a tuba.
Oh, that's
the problem. There is no tuba.
Let me
What,
make some
you have one in your house? Yeah.
Let me make some phone calls. We can probably get you. All right, and then today is such a sweet history day. It is indeed Truffle Day.
Truffle Day?
Yeah, where you take a little bit of ganache, cover it in cocoa powder.
Let me guess. We have no truffles.
Well, it's right next to the bagels, which are next to our Tuesday tacos, right next to.
I will say we've got a chocolate place right downstairs, though. I wonder if we could get some
bet they have
truffles.
truffles down there.
Yeah.
And
they
over
probably would
time,
have had the chocolate parfait that you also didn't bring.
they're all downstairs waiting for you.
Oh, gee. How thoughtful of you to remind me.
So, indeed. So, a great way to celebrate is to eat one, or you can even make one yourself.
You could. That's true.
And so, all right. So, besides making truffles today, what are some other things we could do?
Well, Gilbert Cinemas is back with their free movie series. It's going to be at Gilbert Civic Center lawn at 6:30 p.m. And they have a sponsor that's made this possible for them that they just love or are so thankful for, and it is Earnhardt Hyundai Santan. And you are welcome to bring some blankets, lawn chairs, your favorite snacks. And again, this is a totally free movie under the stars. Weather should still be pretty nice in the evenings. And tonight they're going to be watching Moana 2, which I love. I love Moana 2. It's such a good movie. So again, totally free. Gilbert Civic Center lawn. I'd probably be there early to get a good spot and kind of get cozy and settled in. But fun time for the family. We've also got free comic book day at Gotham City Comics on the opposite side of town. No, actually, it's not too far. I forgot. I thought we were talking about Glendale. But this is in Mesa. It's at 11 a.m. tomorrow. And they will be having a special guest, some artists, vendors, and a whole lot more to celebrate free comic book day. So come on down 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Again, this is totally free to attend that party there. We've got a big bubble rave at the Marquee Theater in Tempe at 9 p.m. tomorrow. That's right. So this one, I feel like we already talked about this one, but it's so good we're talking about it twice. It is SpongeBob SquarePants themed for this rave. That is right. The sponge who lives under the sea, SpongeBob SquarePants. It's going to be high energy, all night dancing, and vibrant colors, pulsating beats, and so much unrestrained, eager energy. I guess SpongeBob is probably a good rave mascot. He probably does embody a lot of those.
So
those
does it mean
themes.
people are going to dress like SpongeBob?
I sure hope so. I hope that's what it means.
It's kind of like, how could you not?
And it says bubble party. I don't know if that means foam party. Foam parties actually get really gross after like the first 20 minutes. So
I was after the first 30 seconds.
Well, yeah, but I was trying to be generous. But yeah,
I'm just wondering if they're going to be shooting lots of bubbles.
See, I would be okay. Bubbles would be cool. But foam gets gross.
But yeah, so that's why I think maybe
people
it's
don't think
bubbles.
about it. Who haven't been to a foam party? It's like it gets all black because the dirt from the floor starts to get picked. I don't know. Anyway, $18 to $43 for the bubble party. SpongeBob SquarePants theme. You'd make a good SpongeBob. I don't know why, you just would. Okay, we've also got Party 101 with DJ Matt Bennett at the Van Buren in Phoenix at 8 p.m. tomorrow. So Party 1 is a throwback DJ night that came to life in 2022 through the mind of Nickelodeon star Matt Bennett. He was from the show Victorious. And Matt has taken the shows to countless cities, gaining attraction of thousands. He's also gone to the UK and all across Europe. So these will be songs from his show Victorious, also Big Time Rush, iCarly, and more. It's for folks that want to live those Nickelodeon days. This is an 18-plus event, and it is $26 plus, depending on what package you pick.
Can I get slimed?
They didn't say that, but that would be pretty awesome.
I know. It's like maybe they're saving us to be like a carry
I would go
moment
to get slimed.
where
Yeah,
it's like you just stand there and suddenly,
totally. Yeah.
yeah.
We've also got the Bibbidi Bomb Bomb Drag Brunch. Why could my mouth not say that? At Copper Blues in Desert Ridge in Phoenix at 11 a.m. tomorrow. If you didn't catch that because I butchered it, this is for Selena fans. Don't miss your chance to dance and celebrate the fiesta season and Selena's legacy and music. It's 21 plus and it's from $18 to $28 depending on what ticket you buy. Okay, we've got a couple things to get you traveling also over the weekend.
Ooh.
If you want to go north to Flagstaff, NAU is having their film festival at the Orpheum Theater. That is at 7 p.m. This is all NAU student-led production studios productions, and basically it is from both UTV and NAU's film program, and it's them just showcasing their projects.
Oh, very cool.
They also are doing a theme this year, the Golden Age of Hollywood, kind of focusing on the old red carpet aesthetic of the 1927 to 1969 Hollywood, which is always fabulous. So different prices range for students and other attendees, but doors open at 6 and the showcase starts at 7. And then if you'd rather go south, you can head to Tucson and hit another rave. May the rave be with you, a Star Wars dance party at the Solar Culture Gallery. Actually, this sounds like a blast because we also have May the 4th coming up. May the Force be with you, if you couldn't have guessed. Lots of pounding bass and all things Star Wars are going to be at this rave. Costumes are highly encouraged. Cosplay is more than welcome. And they'll be giving away a high quality lightsaber at the event. One entry into the drawing is good with every ticket, and you must be present to win. So let's party and dance around with some Yoda energy. I think that would be a good time. This is 18 plus. Tickets start at $5 and it goes from 9 p.m. to, are you ready for this, Marshall? 3 a.m. The beats don't stop till 3.
Well, there you go.
There
I
you go.
guess I'd leave early.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's our show today. Thanks so much for joining us. If you want to send us an email or some messages on Instagram, we'd love to hear from you. Events.
We would indeed. You know, we want to celebrate you. So whatever you're doing, what are you doing this weekend? Did you have fun? Where'd you hang out? Where'd you have coffee? What did you eat?
Marshall just really wants to know everything about
Well,
you.
yeah, because I'm like, it's like, you know, what's your favorite place for brunch? Who knows? But you know, you can tell us all of that, or maybe you've got an event coming up, something worth getting a mention on TV. Maybe you've got a big birthday.
We really do love learning about your favorite places and things and experiences. I mean, I just learned about Zook sandwiches the other day. I had never been there before. That was really fun. Yeah, so if you have
Indeed.
something like that, a hidden gem you want to share, we want to hear about it. So hello@onthemorningshow.com is our email. You can also hit us on Instagram at onthemorningshow. All right, well, we've got a weekend ahead of us, full of possibility.
Indeed. And we'll be back for Monday.
No football will be had, but we will be here. We'll see you on Monday morning.